Last Friday, a person called. I've just been going my way. I'm going to stay the course. You will not see me pull out and say, I just couldn't deal with Congress. Because you see, we can deal with Congress. What right now? How come Bush can't deal with Congress? Congress is Democratic, he's a Republican. Anything he says, they say no. Well, what happens if you get a Democrat in there? Well, all Republicans say no. What are they going to do when you just have an American who is there? Because I'm not right, I'm not left. We're not going to be liberal or conservative. We're not going to be Republicans or Democrats. We're going to be Americans. That's good enough for us. And this Congress will be the one that So I've just been satisfied with doing it the best we could. Well, last Friday a person called, Jerry Gillespie, and said, I have $2 million that I want to give to this campaign. How do I do it? Jerry Gillespie didn't want to act like he didn't know, and so he made the right phone calls, and I understand. I talked to Charlie Brown, who's our campaign manager down in Middleburg, Florida, and he said, I talked to the gentleman today. He said, we have made all of the arrangements. We have an official firm in order to receive this, and he said, it looks like this thing is going to go through. Friends, if this $2 million does, and I don't count it until it's in the bank, but if it does come through, as far as I'm concerned, it's from an angel. I don't know whether this person has wings on their back or not, but something has happened to cause them to want to give up something that most rich people would never, that is their money. And if it does happen, we're going to buy 30 minutes of prime time on ABC, CBS. We are simply, and I'm going to give 3 original 30-minute presentations. None of the one will be like the other, because I believe in those 3 presentations we can define the problems and we can show factually people the solutions. And then, friends, it's up to America. Because if we will wake up like Rip Van Winkle, then we can restore our government if that's what they want to do. And if it isn't what they want to do, then friends, they will deserve what it is they fell for. But I believe that if we can put this word out over these 3 networks in 30-minute segments, that we will have done what it is that we are called to do. And we will either stand together or we will deserve what we fell for. If that flag comes down, I've often thought, what would the states do? Because is California a sovereign republic? It is. California could say, well, that's just fine, Washington, D.C., do anything you want to. But we are still going to live under the Constitution. But I saw in Idaho, boy, Idaho is supposed to be a very independent, conservative state. The governor, and I would fire him this year at the election, the governor, without even a hiccup, surrendered 2 counties to martial law. Made a big proclamation. He said it was an extreme emergency, a disaster emergency. And when we said, why did you do this? He said, I didn't consider what was going on up there political, and so I washed my hands of it. So don't expect for the governments of the states to keep your sovereignty. Because what are most of those spineless pukes going to do? They're going to say, it's not political, we're just doing what they're telling us in Washington District of Criminals. Friends, if that happens, I want to offer you a solution. Because that's my job, is dealing in solutions. I'd like a little help. Somebody gave me this flag, and so I thought I'd put it to good use. I was going to burn it first, but then I said, no, I'll just use it. Let's hold it up. Is this the flag that you will be living under? Thank you. I'd like to see whether it is or not. Are you willing to surrender your sovereignty and live as a world citizen under this banner? No. Thank you. Then if this goes up over Washington District of Criminals, and if your Republic of California flag comes down, I've got a suggestion. I've got another one under here. Just turn it this way. This is not original. This is one of the of our independence. It says, basically, the message is, hey, you live any way you want to. but don't you tread on me. And so my solution to you is this. No matter what happens, you keep the faith. No matter what happens in Washington, let's say they take our sacred document and they shred it, they pulp it, they burn it, and they blow it into the Potomac. Does that mean the Constitution is dead?
No.
Thank you. The Constitution lives right here. We are going, I know, I read the book, we are going to uphold the Constitution of the United States. It'll be but it will be within the boundaries of this nation. The palm of God's hand is the mountains. I know as a guerrilla leader, that's where our success will always lie.